it's time to put the shiny new bumpers back on the Fiat. I know I said that I normally like to go for stainless steel ones, and the ones that I got were actually really top quality. I mean, the metal was really thick, and I was really impressed with it, but when I held it up against the car and the rest of the brickwork, it was just too dull. I just thought it would have spoilt it, and I'd always be regretting it, so I sent those back, and I got some best quality chrome ones, so hopefully they'll last. The thing is that most of my driving life I've either been removing rust, treating rust, or protecting from rust. So when I buy new parts, especially things like chrome, because the chrome today is nowhere near as good as it was when it was made back in the day, so you've got to protect it, and that starts with everything, including the mounting bolts. What I found with these, it's strange, there's a little, you can see there, this is the one I took off. It's all rusty on the top, and the reason that is because when they press this in a press, it leaves little marks there. You would have thought they'd found a way so that wasn't happening, but anyway, I've coated the top of this with the same alloy wheel ceramic coating that I put on the alloy wheels on the van from Carbon Collective. I've done a review on that. So I've coated the end of these bolts with it. These are the brackets for the bumpers. I've also coated this. I know I'm being a bit over the top, but I'd rather do it once and I want it to last. And I've also coated the bumpers inside and out, and I've left them to dry in the garage for about 2 days. The other thing I use this quite a lot now. PPF, paint protection film. It's really good stuff. It has 101 uses, and the weird thing is they give you like a rubber gasket for the bumper where it fits to the bodywork of the car, but you don't get a gasket for the other side that fits to the bumper, so it's kind of metal on metal, and I don't like that. So I've put some paint protection film on that as well, just cut a bit off and just stuck it on. I mean, it's probably not going to do too much, but it's better than nothing. So at least I've not got complete metal on metal. When it's all fitted, I'll probably squirt the inside of that with some black soil type stuff. I usually use Bill Hamber stuff. I've been using this for like at least 10-12 years now. This one's like a Dynax UC. I'm not sponsored by the way, which is like an underbody clear one, so when you spray it, it goes like a slight matte colour. It's really good. I actually coated the underside of all these bolts, and I've left them overnight. It normally takes about 24 hours to dry off. It's slightly tacky, but not too much. It's a bit like a wax crayon, or a candle. That's what it feels like afterwards. Just to try and make it last that a little bit longer. Right, let's go and get the bumper and see how it fits. So this is the bumper. I mean, that looks really good actually. Even the underside's been chromed really well. It's kind of nicely polished. As I said, I've coated this in the Carbon Collective ceramic coating. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just giving you information of products that I've used that I know works for me. So the bolt goes through there. Oh, that's the old one. Don't want the old one, do I? I want a shiny new one. Pops in there, a bit like a carriage bolt. And then that goes through there. Make sure it's the right way up. The front bumper, they've kindly drilled, and you can see 2 little holes there and there for the number plate, which is good. And then you get a rubber gasket that goes on this side, which goes onto the bodywork. Just squeeze that onto the bracket. But if I put this, it's so difficult doing this sometimes on your own and trying to film at the same time. First world problems. I am actually doing this channel for a bit of fun, you know. It's so I'll stop complaining. I don't want to be a grumpy old man. Okay, I think I'm going to have to sort this out when it's on the car. So, that's kind of the setup. So I fitted the brackets to both sides of the bumper. I'm going to pop this one on first. This thing doesn't want to stay on. Push it through that hole. Just going to let this side down gently. So those curtains again, gotta love those curtains. I've got myself a stainless washer, lock washer, spring washer, and the 13mm nut that goes on the other side. Just reach in, the washer in first. Then the spring washer. That doesn't want to stay on, they never do. And then try and put the nut on before the spring washer decides to jump off. Ooh, it's on. Right, gently move this round. Washer, spring washer, nut. I'm pleased with that. Yeah, that's good. Right, do the back one now. I'll recheck how tight it is in a couple of days, let things settle down. Anyway, that's how you put a chrome bumper on a Fiat 500. Probably the easiest job you'll ever do on any car. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.